Midwest Madness is back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back tonight with Winter Wipeout 2. It has been a traumatic past couple months. Been a tough time for everyone, but I am so happy to be back doing this. We have 32 of our fastest Diecast monster trucks ready to throw down and try to become the champion. All eyes are on Matt Chever and Gravedigger the Legend, looking to make it 2 in a row. But all the top teams are here tonight. Team MTA, Renegade Bros Racing, Walrus Racing, Air Wagner Motorsports, First Responder Racing, you name it. A lot of top trucks here tonight looking to put their truck in victory lane and take down the champion. Thank you all so much for the support. It's awesome to be back. Let's go racing. And here we go, the first race in a long time here at Midwest Madness. We got two veterans throwing down first. Here in the near lane is Jimmy Bones Ferguson driving his brand new Avenger. He's set to take on Corey Marvin driving the Northern Nightmare. Both drivers looking for their first championship. And they're even off the line. Avenger starting to bowl ahead and gets a clear victory. Jimmy Bones gets a little sideways down there on the camper. Nonetheless, Avenger is moving on to the next round, looking strong. Coming up next here at Midwest Madness Winter Wipeout 2. First here in the near lane is Jeffrey Skipper, the Iceman, driving the U.S. Air Force Afterburner. He has been cold, pardon the pun, here on Midwest Madness, looking for a breakthrough here tonight. But he's set to take on the one-time Midwest Madness champion, Aaron Church, driving the Nitro Neon Bakugan Dragonoid, waiting on the green line. And both trucks are even, and they finished door to door. Woo! That was a close one. Cannot call that for nothing. Check the replay. Let's see if we can determine a winner. A slight lead to Jeffrey Skipper going down the stretch, but Aaron Church and the Bakugan Dragonoid catches up to him in the air. And I thought he barely got the win there, but they're calling it a draw. Bringing the trucks back to the line now. Right, and the result of a draw, Aaron Church is now in the near lane. Jeffrey Skipper is over there in the far lane. Let's see if we can crown a winner. And the U.S. Air Force Afterburner gets off the line first, but rolls it over bad across the finish line. Aaron Church rolls it over as well. Jeffrey Skipper gets the win, but at what cost? Let's check the replay. Some huge air from the Afterburner over there in the far lane. What a close race. Both trucks look like they get off the line at about the same time. And yep, they did, but Jeffrey wastes no time getting up to about a truck length lead. Gets some huge air in the far lane. Aaron Church makes up some ground over no man's land, but Jeffrey Skipper dumps the truck. We don't know at what cost, but picks up the win. Heading down to the track. The Midwest Madness track crew is going to check on him. Heading down to the track. The Midwest Madness track crew is down there to flip over Jeffrey Skipper in the U.S. Air Force Afterburner. He did pick up the win, but can he make the call to get that truck back for the next round? If he cannot, then Aaron Church and the Bakugan Dragon will be back, but take a look at that damage. Jeffrey Skipper is on a mission here tonight. See if he can get that truck back. Up next, first here in the near lane is the one-time Midwest Madness champion, Jason Craddock, driving his Christmas-themed El Toro Loco. He's staged and ready to go, set to take on Lydia Moyes, driving her brand new ride, Ranger Rescue, waiting on the green line. And leaving off the line, slightly to El Toro Loco, but end over end, Ranger Rescue went. What a crazy crash. El Toro Loco picks up the win, rolls the truck himself. But what a rollover for Lydia Moyes and Ranger Rescue. And El Toro Loco does get off the line first, but Ranger Rescue's trying to chase him down, and looks like she clipped the back two wheels right on the bus there, and end over end she went. Almost got into the snow pile there. What a crash. Oh, man. Heading down to the track. What a wild ride for Lydia Moyes and the Ranger Rescue. A brand new truck torn to shreds here on its debut night. There you see the body damage. She is out of competition. First Responder Racing has their hands full. Lydia will be back, but look at that damage. One of the craziest crashes of the year, ladies and gentlemen. El Toro Loco is moving on. Up next, both ladies throwing down for a spot in round 2. First here in the near lane is Christa Roberts out of Wild West Racing, driving Scarlet Bandit, looking for her first championship. But she's set to take on Savvy Zilli out of Renegade Bros Racing, driving the Black Pearl. This is her last appearance in the Black Pearl. She'll be in a new ride next month, waiting on the green light. And they're even off the line, but Scarlet Bandit wastes no time getting up to a lead, gets it by a truck length. Christa retires the Black Pearl, and she's put Scarlet Bandit in round 2. It is a busy night for the Midwest Madness track crew. We are back down there again to flip over Savvy Zilli in the Black Pearl. In her final ride, she loses the body flipping over the bus. That is the final ride for the Black Pearl. It is now in retirement. Look out for Savvy and a new truck coming out soon. Scarlet Bandit moving on. Moving on with some more first round action. First here in the near lane is Charles Stevens driving his brand new Blue Thunder. Staged and ready to go. Set to take on Devin Treat driving his brand new ride, the Metal Health, the former driver of the AM PM Boss. Let's see how he does in Metal Health here tonight. Waiting on the green light. And Devin Treat gets to jump off the line. Charles is right there with him, gets on the camper. But Metal Health does pick up the win. He's putting his new truck in round 2. Check the replay. Both trucks do cut a good light. Devin Treat gets up to a lead and holds it all the way through. Charles is starting to come back in the end, but it will not be enough. Metal Health is moving on to round 2. Up next, first here in the near lane is the 2-time Midwest Madness champion Rudy Zilli out of Renegade Bros Racing driving Rage. He is set to take on Walker Stevens driving Son of a Digger. Looking for his breakthrough here on Midwest Madness. Waiting on the green line. And even off the line slightly to Son of a Digger, but Rage looked like it came back in the end, and they finished door to door. Takes out the camper down there in the shutdown area. We'll need the replay on that race. And both trucks get off the line identically there, and Rudy Zilli gets across no man's land just a little quicker than Walker. No slack to Walker. He was right there with him. What a run by both, but Rage gets this one. Rudy Zilli moving on to round 2 in search for championship number 3. Up next, first up here in the red lane is the Midwest Madness newcomer, Gina Clark driving the Little Miss Dangerous. She has her hands full because she's set to take on the Cowboy from Hell, Tim Cantwell, out of Wild West Racing, driving Bounty Hunter. Looking to collect another bounty here. And they're even out the line slightly to Little Miss Dangerous, and they finish door to door. What a race. Neither driver got out of shape. She takes out the camper. A huge upset if Gina got that. Tim Cantwell is right there with her, but she stayed low to the ground and might have just crossed the line first. She did. Got it by a tire length. Gina Clark with the upset of the night. The action keeps on rolling. First here in the near lane is Chris Walrus driving Obsession. Made his Midwest Madness debut a couple months ago. Set to take on Mike Council driving the WCW Nitro machine. A wicked looking ride there. He's looking for his breakthrough here. Waiting on the green light. And both trucks moving off the line slightly to Nitro machine, but Obsession gets out of shape in the shutdown area. Not sure who crossed the line first there. Whoa, check the replay. That one was a coin flip. Both trucks get off the line at about the same time. Mike Council and the WCW Nitro machine starts to pick up a lead through no man's land, but Chris Walrus and Obsession stays in the throttle and gets across the line first, barely picking up the win here, putting Obsession in round 2. Tough luck for Mike. What a race. What a classic old school matchup we have here. Two youngsters throwing down for a spot in round 2. First here in the near lane is the 4-time Midwest Madness champion Nugget in Gravedigger, the 2022 Midwest Madness Driver of the Year. Set to take on a Midwest Madness newcomer, George Zilli, out of Renegade Bros Racing, driving the Excalibur, making his Midwest Madness debut. Waiting on the green light. And he gets Nugget off the line. Nugget's starting to come back and gets into the camper in the shutdown area. Completely plowing through it. Not sure who got the win. What a race. What an effort. We'll be checking the replay. Both trucks do cut a good light, but George Zilli does get the 4-time champ off the line, but in true Gravedigger fashion, Nugget gets across no man's land and steers that truck right into the camper, and boom, right through it he goes, picking up the win. The 4-time champion Nugget and Gravedigger is moving on to round 2. What an effort from George Zilli in his debut here tonight. Tough matchup. Always make sure to get on over to the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube channel and subscribe to them. But first, here in the near lane is Rich Wagner driving the Thunder Chicken. Still looking for his breakthrough here on the circuit. Looking for win number 1. But he's set to take on uncrowned Midwest Madness 2023 Driver of the Year, the 3-time Midwest Madness champion, Steve Jones, out of Team MTA driving Carolina Crusher. Waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line. Steve Jones starting to pull ahead. Rich Wagner gets into the camper, but Steve Jones and Carolina Crusher is moving on to round 2. A matchup straight out of 1988, but Steve Jones does start to pull ahead through no man's land there and gets it by about a truck length. Both drivers were going for it, but Steve Bad to the Bones Jones is doing what he's been doing all year long and staying dominant, moving on to round 2. Up next, another old school matchup. First, here in the near lane is Emily Graham, out of Team MTA driving the Barefoot Dodge. She is staged and ready to go, set to take on the 1-time Midwest Madness champion Ethan Wagner, out of Air Wagner Motorsports driving Wild Hair. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line, but Wild Hair started to pull ahead through no man's land, but Barefoot looked like she might have got it. We're checking the replay on that. Way too close to call. And both trucks get off the line at about the same time, maybe a slightly to Barefoot. Wild Hair starts to come back in no man's land, but it won't be enough. Emily Graham moving on. Coming up next, first here in the near lane is Spooky driving the Mystery Machine. He has a brand new chassis under that truck, but he's looking for the same results. But he's set to take on Violet Kok driving her brand new Monster Mud Golden. It's a wicked looking ride there, waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line, going back and forth, and cannot call that one at all. Checking out the replay here, we got another close race, and both trucks finished door to door. Mystery Machine popped a wheelie there at the finish line, and it does cost him. Violet Kok by inches by the BKTs of the tires, moving on to round 2. This has to be the most crashes we've ever had in Midwest Madness history, and it is still the first round. Violet Kok took out the car stack there. She loses the body, but she is moving on to round 2 if that truck is all right to make it. Coming up next, first here in the near lane is the 1-time Midwest Madness champion Bradley Graham, out of Team MTA driving the Clydesdale Chevrolet, looking for championship number 2. But he's got to go through the bad boy, Johnny Rettlaw driving Jester, making his second Midwest Madness appearance. He debuted back in the Halloween event a few months ago. Waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line. Jester's starting to pull ahead, but Bradley Graham goes end over end, rolls it over bad. Another crazy crash here in round 1. Let's check the replay. Another crazy crash. Both trucks get off the line at about the same time. Jester starts to pull ahead, gets it by a truck length, but let's slow it down here to see what happened to Bradley Graham. Looked like he clipped the back 2 wheels on the bus. Yes, he did, and end over end he went. Good job trying to drive out of it there. Gets across the finish line himself, but his night is over. Heading down to the track. The Midwest Madness track crew is down there to flip over Bradley Graham and Clydesdale. He gave everything he had to save that truck, drove on 2 wheels all the way across no man's land, but end over end he went. Look at that damage. His night is over. His search for his second championship ends in the first round. Johnny Rettlaw and Jester is moving on. Bradley be back. Another good one here. First, here in the near lane is Kaden Wilson driving Jurassic Attack. This is his 3rd appearance on Midwest Madness. He's set to take on Moyes driving Axe out of First Responder Racing. Both drivers looking for a big round 1 win. And they're even up the line, going back and forth, and they finish door to door. What a close race that was. Wow, that's too close to call. What a great run by both. Neither truck got out of shape. It looks like Kaden does beat Chase off the line ever so slightly, and they cross the finish line door to door. Kaden gets into the tree down there. Chase pops a huge wheelie in the far lane. That might have cost him the race. That is so close, ladies and gentlemen, but the officials are calling it a draw. Heading down to the track. Midwest Madness track crew is at it again, this time for Kaden Wilson and Jurassic Attack. Looks like just a little bit of body damage. He should have no problem getting back to the line for his rematch with Chase, Moyes, and Axe. BUC is ready to go over there. What a race. Getting back to the line. In the result of a draw, Axe is here in the near lane and Jurassic Attack is over there in the far lane. Something's got to give. We got to crown a winner. Waiting on the green light. And Jurassic Attack gets Axe off the line again, but Axe looked like he came back in the end, takes out the camper, and rolls the truck. Woo. Another great race. These two are so evenly matched, but Chase, Moyes, and Axe gets across the line. He picks up the win here. Taking down Kaden Wilson and Jurassic Attack. There you see the Midwest Madness track crew flips him back over. What a win for Chase Moyes. This is a fun matchup here. First, here in the near lane is the returning Raylan Mullins driving Medusa. A wicked looking ride there, front engine truck. But she's set to take on Roland Cantwell, the gunslinger out of Wild West Racing, driving Iron Outlaw. Both youngsters waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line, but Iron Outlaw wastes no time getting up to a lead and picks up the win by a truck lane. Iron Outlaw is on a mission, rolls the truck, putting Medusa on the trailer early. Closing out a wild first round. First here in the near lane is the reigning and defending Midwest Madness champion Matt Chever and Gravedigger the Legend, now a two-time champion. Set to defend the flag against Maggie Moyes, driving Backdraft, her husband's old ride out of First Responder Racing. Waiting on the green light. And Backdraft keeps the champion off the line, but the champion came back in the end and made that close. I want to say Matt Chever got it, but we'll check the replay to confirm. Backdraft definitely gets the whole shot, but Matt Chever is right there with her the whole time. Settles down a little better in no man's land and picks up the win. He's moving on to round two. I can never say this enough times. I want everyone to get on over to the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube page and check them out. Check out all their videos, give them a subscription. Steve Jones is the GOAT at this, the reason behind my channel and every other channel on YouTube that runs Diecast Monster Truck Racing. He started this journey 3.5 years ago and is by far the best out there. Steve Jones and Monster Truck Attitude, the best Diecast Monster Truck channel on YouTube, by far. Check them out. Not time for poo-poo. Monster Truck Attitude. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Check them out. Monster Truck Attitude. Kicking off the second round, we went from 32 to 16. First here in the near lane is Jimmy Bones Ferguson driving his brand new blue Avenger. He is set to take on Jeffrey Skipper driving the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, the Iceman. There you see some body damage. That team has the truck back to the line, waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line. U.S. Air Force Afterburner gets into the stack down there and picks up the win, but what a save from Jimmy Bones Ferguson here in the near lane. Jeffrey Skipper's moving on, but what a save. Let's check the replay. And Jimmy Bones barely does get the whole shot there, but Jeffrey Skipper passes him at the jump. About a half a truck length lead. What a save for Jimmy Bones. He got out of shape, but saved the truck, gets across the line. Awesome job by him. He'll be back. Coming up next, first here in the near lane is the one-time Midwest Madness champion Jason Craddock driving his Christmas-themed El Toro Loco. He is set to take on Christa Roberts out of Wild West Racing, driving Scarlet Bandit. Waiting on the green light. And Scarlet Bandit gets the whole shot. She might have just picked up the win. Jason Craddock came back in the end strong, gets over the camper. Can't call that at all. We'll be checking the replay. What an effort by both. Scarlet Bandit does get the jump off the line. She's holding the lead for most of the race, but they finished side by side at the finish line. We got to get a photo finish on that, and by not much. Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco is moving on to round three. Coming up next here in round two. First here in the near lane is the two-time Midwest Madness champion Rudy Zill and Rage out of Renegade Bros Racing. Looking for championship number 3, but he's got to go through Devin Treat driving his brand new Metal Health over there in the blue lane. Both drivers waiting on the green light. And they're even off the the line, but Metal Health settles down really nicely in no man's land and picks up a clear victory over Rudy, Zilli, and Rage, putting the two-time champion on the trailer. What a big win for Devin. Rudy will be back, most definitely. Look out for Rage. Two Midwest Madness newcomers going at it here in round two. First, here in the near lane is Gina Clark making her debut here tonight in Little Miss Dangerous. She looked great back in round one, but she's set to take on Chris Walrus driving Obsession. This is his second appearance here in Midwest Madness, looking to put Obsession in round three. Waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line going back and forth, but Gina Clark slams into the wall here in the near lane. Both trucks cross the line almost identically. Can't call it. Check the replay. And both trucks get off the line about the same time, but Little Miss Dangerous starts to pull ahead about a quarter tire, and they finish door to door. That is close to call, but Gina Clark barely gets across the line first, slamming into the wall and all. She's moving on to round three. Race here, the two top drivers in Midwest Madness history with 7 championships between the two. First, here in the near lane is the 2022 Midwest Madness Driver of the Year and the 4-time Midwest Madness champion Nugget in Gravedigger. He has not had the best year. He's set to take on the man that has had the best year, Steve Bad of the Bones Jones out of Team MTA driving the Carolina Crusher Chevrolet, who's a 3-time champion himself. Waiting on the green light. And Gravedigger gets the whole shot, but goes end over end. Might have clipped the wheel on something, but he crossed the line at about the same time as Carolina Crusher. Check the replay. What a whole shot for the Gravedigger. Looked like he clipped the back right wheel on that cone in the near lane. And end over end he went, losing the body in the process. What a wild run. Not sure if he picked up the win. Steve Jones stayed in the throttle all the way till the end, but boom, right there, clips the back wheel, loses the body, gets across the line, but I don't think it was enough. What a close race, but Steve Bad of the Bones Jones barely picks up the win over Nugget and Gravedigger. By inches, the 3-time champion Steve Bad of the Bones Jones puts Nugget and Gravedigger on the trailer, heading down to the track. Tore the truck to shreds. The Midwest Madness track crew is down there to flip over the 4-time Midwest Madness champion Nugget and Gravedigger, barely losing out to Steve Bad of the Bones Jones by inches. Lost the body in the process. One of the craziest crashes of the year. Nugget is out for the night, but look out for him in the new year. Nugget will be back, still in search for his 5th championship. These two have met before many times. First, here in the near lane is Emily Graham out of Team MTA driving the Barefoot Dodge. She is set to take on Violet Kok driving her brand new Monster Mug Golden. There you see the body's tilted a little bit from the crash earlier tonight. Both ladies waiting on the green light. And Violet wastes no time getting off the line first and gets the win by a truck length. What a run for Violet Kok, putting Barefoot on the trailer. This ought to be good. First here in the near lane is Chase Moyes out of First Responder Racing driving Axe. He's been in Axe since the summer, looking to put it in victory lane for the first time and claim his first championship, but he's set to take on the bad boy, Johnny Rettlaw, driving Jester. Both drivers looking to put their truck in round 3. And Jester gets the whole shot and looks to hold it, but Axe came back in the end and might have took it away. That was close. Good effort by both. We'll check the replay. And Jester does get the whole shot off the line, but Axe does come back in the end. Barely getting across the line first. Johnny Rettlaw had a good run. Chase Moyes is on a mission here tonight, getting the win by a quarter tire. Closing out the second round. First here in the near lane is the gunslinger, Roland Cantwell out of Wild West Racing driving Iron Outlaw. Set to take on the reigning and defending Midwest Madness champion, Shaggy Matt Chever driving Gravedigger the Legend, now a 2-time champion take that flag in round 3. Waiting on the green light. And Matt Chever gets a jump off the line up to a truck length lead, but Roland Cantwell came back in the end and made that close somehow, some way. Let's check the replay. What a comeback for Roland Cantwell and Iron Outlaw. He was out of that race. Matt Chever had over a truck length lead. Right there, came back on him and made that so close, barely losing out by a quarter tire. Gravedigger Legends moving on. Heading down to the track, the Midwest Madness track crew is back down there to flip over another truck. This time it is Matt Chever and Gravedigger Legend. The champ got the win, but rolled it over in true Gravedigger Legend fashion. Matt Chever's in round 3. Anyone's looking to get in on these races, and listen up, because I'm going to tell you just how. Head on over to the Monster Truck Attitude Facebook page, as they host registration twice a month for Thursday Night Thunder and a 32 truck race at the end of the month with a huge prize package. Steve Jones and Monster Truck Attitude is the inspiration behind my show and pretty much every other Diecast Monster Truck show on YouTube. Check him out, give him a subscription, and yep, Monster Truck Attitude on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. He will assign you a truck. You can join us all in the fun. I'm over there along with pretty much everyone you see on the circuit. Join us and let's have some fun. Monster Truck Attitude, check them out. Make sure you get on over to the Monster Truck Attitude Facebook and YouTube pages and check them out. But kicking off the third round, first here in the near lane is the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, driving the U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Look at that body damage. He's set to take on the one-time Midwest Madness champion, Jason Craddock, driving the Christmas-themed El Toro Loco. Waiting on the green light. And both trucks could have been like going back and forth, but Jeffrey Skipper rolls the truck again. So does Jason Craddock. What a wild race. Both drivers giving everything they had to pick up the round 3 win. Let's see who got it. That was close. Both trucks get off the line at about the same time. Jeffrey Skipper absolutely thrashes that truck to get across the finish line first. We're being told he barely got it. Jeffrey Skipper, the Iceman, tears the truck up, but he's moving on to the semifinals. Heading down to the track. What a ride for the Iceman. The Midwest Madness track crew is definitely earning their pay here tonight. More damage to the Afterburner. Look at that. If for whatever reason he cannot make the call, Jason Craddock and El Toro Loco will come back. But as of right now, Jeffrey Skipper is taking that torn up truck into the semifinals. This one's going to be interesting. We got a little family feud coming up next. First, here in the near lane is the Midwest Madness newcomer, Gina Clark, driving Lil Miss Dangerous. She's set to take on her son, Devin Treat, driving his brand new Metal Health. One family member is moving on to the semifinals. And they're even up the line. Metal Health wastes no time getting that win, though. Got it by about a half a truck. Devin Treat and Metal Health is moving on to the semifinals. Putting his mom on the trailer. Devin definitely got the jump off the line. Gina's cutting him no slack right there with him, but Devin Treat gets this one. The hits just keep on rolling. Coming up next, we got 2 Day 1 Midwest Madness members throwing down for a spot in the semifinals. First, here in the near lane is Violet Kok, driving her brand new Monster Muck Golden. She's set to take on arguably the Midwest Madness Driver of the Year, Steve Bad of the Bones Jones out of Team MTA, driving Carolina Crusher, who's now a 3-time Midwest Madness champion. In hunt for number 4. And he gets Violet off the line, but Violet somehow comes back in no man's land and gets a clear victory. Something happened to Steve Jones over there in the far lane. He had all the momentum. What a jump off the line for Steve Jones. Looked like he was well on his way to a 5th straight semifinals, but not this time. Got stuck on the snow mound just a little bit. Violet Kok comes back and is moving on to the semifinals. It is time to defend the flag. First up here in the near lane is Chase Moyes out of First Responder Racing, driving Axe. Still in search for his first championship, but he's set to take on the reigning and defending Midwest Madness champion, Shaggy Matt Chever, driving Gravedigger the Legend. Grimace. Waiting on the green light. And they're even off the line, going back and forth, and they finish door to door. Wow. Both drivers giving their all there. That is impossible to call. What a race. That is one of the best races we've ever seen here on Midwest Madness. What an effort by both. Chase Moyes gets some huge air over the final car stack. Matt Chever comes back in the end strong. This is anybody's ball game. I cannot call this at all. Huge air from Axe. What an effort by both. It's going to be Chase Moyes and Axe barely taking down the champion, getting it by a quarter tire. Axe is in the semifinals. Here we go, down to 4. First, here in the near lane is the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, driving his torn-up U.S. Air Force Afterburner. His team has that truck back to the line yet again. Determined to win tonight. But he's set to take on Devin, driving his brand new Metal Health. One of these drivers is going to make it to the finals for the first time here in Midwest Madness. And Metal Health gets a huge lead, but Jeffrey Skipper comes back in the end and tied him up there at the finish line. What a lead for Devin. Did he hold it? Find out here soon. Metal Health does get the jump off the line. What a smooth run for him, but Jeffrey Skipper is getting a little squirrely down the downstretch. Settles down super nicely in no man's land, gets across the car stack, and beats out Metal Health by a quarter tire. Jeffrey Skipper in the U.S. Air Force Afterburner is in the finals for the first time here at Midwest Madness. Closing out the semifinals. This is good. One of these drivers is going to make it to the finals for the first time here at Midwest Madness. First, here in the near lane is Chase Moyes out of First Responder Racing, driving Axe. He is set to take on Violet Kok, driving her brand new Monster Mug Golden. Who's going to meet the Iceman in the finals? Waiting on the green light. And they're even up the line, going back and forth, and they finish door to door. What a race. 2 perfect runs. Impossible to call. Both trucks get off the line at the exact same time. Chase Moyes looks like he's starting to pull ahead, but not really. That is so close, but by inches, Chase Moyes and Axe takes down Violet Kok, and he's moving on to the finals for the first time here in Midwest Madness. It all comes down to this, ladies and gentlemen. We started with 32 trucks, and we have worked our way down to 2. First, here in the near lane is Chase Moyes out of First Responder Racing, driving Axe. He is set to take on the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, driving the torn-up U.S. Air Force Afterburner. Neither driver has ever won here on Midwest Madness. That is about to change. Waiting on the green light. And the Iceman gets the jump off the line. Chase Moyes is coming back. He does what he's been doing all night long, pops a huge wheelie over the final car stack. Jeffrey Skipper does what he's been doing all night long, turns the truck over. Let's see who got it. What a night of racing. Someone is now a one-time Midwest Madness champion. Let's check the replay. Both trucks actually get off the line about the same time, but Jeffrey Skipper wastes no time getting up to about a truck length lead. Chase Moyes is giving everything he's got to chase him down, but it won't be enough tonight. Jeffrey Skipper rolls the truck over in what many drivers are considering the tough lane over there, picking up his first Midwest Madness championship. The Iceman is on top. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching Midwest Madness Winter Wipeout 2. It is an honor to host these shows. I've been your host, Mitch Brown. Please like and subscribe. It has been a tough couple months, but we are back in full swing here at Midwest Madness. We'll be back next month for Resolution 2. Please like and subscribe. Make sure you get on over to the Monster Truck Attitude YouTube page and subscribe to them as well, because they're the reason we exist. A big congratulations goes out to the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, on claiming his first Midwest Madness championship, finally reaching the mountaintop here. We'll see everybody next time in late January. Stay tuned for the Encore coming up next. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. We'll see everyone next year. Thank you all for the support.